said, yeah, it's not only cheap, but also safe, which is exactly what we are looking for. That brings us to our next problem. It says here that it needs to be perfectly sealed, which means we need to bake it, which means we're not going to be able to paint it, because the paint will just melt. Right. Oh, unless, wait, it's clay. Surely they sell colored clay. I remember as a kid, there was like Play-Doh and things like that that had all kinds of colors. So let's see, if we go colored clay. Yo!
He takes it, regards it, and drinks it. And he says, the pain is still there. It's like something in my brain just wrenching it. Oh, what is this? I feel like I've been sleepwalking for weeks. I feel like I've been watching myself doing such things. Oh! And he starts bawling.
I come up next to Donovan and I put a hand on his shoulder and I lean forward and I say, Donovan, I need you to answer this and I need you to think. Has the pain gotten worse over the minutes, or does it seem to be slowly diminishing?
He says, it was like I was walking here. It was like I woke up. It was like I woke up from a nightmare. And then the pain hit my mind. And it's been like that since. The others are still screaming and writhing.
Donovan, unfortunately, the nightmare was real. And we are in it.
Where are we? He looks. This place is real. This place is real. Oh God! By the flame and all the saints, the things I've done.
Donovan, do you have it in you to leave with us? Do you have that in you? We came here to save Shaftburg, and we are doing what we can. There have been many villagers that have fallen ill to this curse. I just need to know that you're going to be okay.
I don't know.
You know what? There may be other folks around that, your neighbors, who need you to be strong. Can you be strong?
You're a man of the guard, yes?
The sheriff. The flame keepers. Oh, my cousins. Oh, my nephew. He's bawling. He's just in tears.
I'm actually cloak. Not my elven one, but my old one, and I wrap it around Donovan and I pick him up. And I'm like, this man is traumatized. He may need to be escorted out of here. I don't think he's in good enough shape. He may need a few days to regain himself.
He may have a giant brain burst out of his head.
As I'm putting the cloak over him, I want to give him like an examination. Like I'm gonna like look for bulging veins or any signs of like things that we saw in the other people.
What about the others?
The others, there's a bit of blood coming out their ears and noses. All their eyes are bloodshot.
Any of them in the same condition as Donovan that's looking a little bit less worse for wear?
Many of them are still in screaming pain. It seems that the healing magic from the potion might have improved Donovan's condition, which, if that's the case, it might mean that the others just need time to heal.
Do we have any more healing potions? I have 2 more. I don't mind giving them up if we can save these folks without having to.
I have 1 more.
That's all we need.
We also have the ointment.
Do they have any on them? If
They do not.
I give up 2 of my healing potions to the other 2 who are screaming.
I'll
I
give up
have-
my last one.
I do have, yeah, I have a few just regular healing potions.
We just need.
Oh, I'm I was gonna use a grater, so I only have one grater. So if you
I'll
have
use
regular-
two
Okay.
regulars.
Two. How many do you have?
4 it says here.
If you want to use two, I'll use one. Well, one more.
And we can just throw them all on the other boat. I am hesitant that the transformation might be too far gone.
They seem to be getting better, Wrath.
We might be just delaying the inevitable.
I'm not killing these people if they seem to be getting better.
You wouldn't be killing them.
Donovan has regained an awareness of who he is. I'm not letting you hurt these people.
I don't think they're there yet. I think we need to pay attention to them, see what's what. And if they get worse, potion's not working, magic's not working, then we'll do it. What I'm worried
and Reese, Oleg, Goddard, Verona, and the rest, you're all able to get on the boats and make a safe crossing back to the other side. There's no sign of the creatures around us.
Do we go back to the loop?
Are we able to maybe grab the chests at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So I guess at this point, is it safe to say that like we grab the chests, we row everybody over, and we make our way out of these ruins?
There's no sign of the other creature.
Good.
There's two of them.
Give everyone.
Oh, there's two Rudies on the map? Yeah, that's me copying and pasting stuff.
Spells. Magic.
So we with the help of everybody, I think we can lug the treasure back up and out of here. And
Yeah.
I guess as long as we left our other boat.
Yeah. I guess, are we starting the long road back to Shaftburg?
As quickly as we can get there, I'd say let's get these people home. Is there, on the way back, again, I don't know how far we're going, if we're just saying we're going back, or at least making it back to the cabin first, so we can take a rest
Yeah.
before we make the whole way.
Well, I mean, you were several days away from the cabin as it was, several days down the river as well, right? Now, there were other barges, so in total, in tow, there's the three of you, plus 8 other people that you're bringing back, right?
How many people fit on each boat?
The boats, the barges are capable of fitting like 10 people. So it's a bit crowded, but you can, and with some effort, you can bring one of the other barges back up the stairs and back out again. It takes you the rest of the day to do it, but it does give you 2 boats that you can use. Going this way is upstream, so it's hard work. You have to paddle it and oftentimes portage it. But so it'll be a bit longer to get back than it was to get here.
Do we want to maybe make camp on the top of the structure before heading out on the boats?
I mean, I want to get as far away from this place as possible. I'm not going to lie. But if it takes most of the day, I assume that we just like get away from earshot and then or like eyesight from this place, because I'm sure nobody that's been in here wants to look at this place right now.
The other 3 people that were with Donovan, they start recovering later on in the day. Rita, Luds, and Jordan. But they're all very shaken. In fact, most of them, even Verona's people, are really shaken by their own experience.
I mean, so are we.
Yeah.
I assume.
Really wise to heal them. I would have just decapitated them all. Thank you for standing in for me.
I pull you guys over in a kind of a group huddle and I say, guys, these people are on the last rope. We gotta show a little bit more sturdiness so we can motivate them to get home, alright?
I will keep my resolve about me. I will be a guiding light for these people.
I know you would be. Good job, Will. Same with you, Wrath. We can up and this is all gonna come back to us, but this is what you do in battle. You get through it, alright?
I'm gonna. Oh yeah.
Alright, let's make our way.
I'm gonna turn to Wrath and I go, the rules aren't all bad, Wrath. I do realize that they might need some adjusting, but sometimes they can save lives.
Sometimes it's just about knowing in the moment when you gotta break the rules, when you gotta consider them.
There are rules for that as well, and I am considering them in much greater depth now.
Alright, let's get these folks home.
It is several days travel before you are upstream and then back to the cabin and then
to assume that at this point we've shared clothing around so that everybody is
Yeah, I have some old costumes that people can wear.
There's enough clothing as well that you can share. And in fact, Verona is very quick to find some of her own clothing in the chests, and sees it and does kind of go like, this was our belongings, this was not, and whatnot. But she also is able to identify the same. She explains, we weren't the first ones to suffer this fate. Who knows what has happened to others? And at one point she's even able, from the corpses of some of the people, like one of the things that some of the villagers don't think of, but they start making, like, at one point Jorg and Rita start thinking about all the other people that you fought and that were killed over the past couple days, and the sobering realization that they've survived and those other people haven't.
I would like Donovan and friends to apologize. I have never turned my sword against those I thought I could save, and I hope you understand that my blade was used to protect, and I meant not to kill all those people, and they left us with little choice, and I will be haunted by the same images that you have seen for a lifetime. And I apologize for what I have done with my blade to your friends and family.
One of the other villagers, Rita, she speaks up and says, that creature, not you.
I will take comfort in that. Thank you.
I believe that as well. And unfortunately, they were manipulated, turned to its side without their knowledge or their consent. And unfortunately, they paid the price for it.
It is after about 2 weeks traveling past the cottage through the Elvenmire wetlands, one evening you catch sight of the sleeping little village of Shadburg. Coming back into town, many of the homes have now grown up. You can see that the town is much quieter. But as you come to the edge of the town, very quickly, the elves and Linus are there.
With my last bit of strength, I move into like a sprint, and I actually run up and like grab all three of them and just kind of hug them close to me and let out a few light sobs as I am. And I turn to everybody and I'm like, I won't lie, I never thought I'd be as happy to see Shafberg again as I am.
Linus speaks up. It was unfathomable what happened. Maybe 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden, everyone in town, half the village, began screaming, all at the top of their lungs, clawing at themselves. And I knew that you'd done something. I knew
They were over. What happened?
How many survived?
There's much to see and much to tell. Did lose a few, but many more are fine. I don't know what you did, but you saved them.
All we did, Linus, is what was necessary. You had our word that we would solve this problem, and although the mystery continues to unravel, I hope that Shafberg is safe for at least a time.
Well, I think it definitely is going to be safe, but I worry about all these people. Even weeks later, all of them were still completely
been a nightmare beyond fathom. I don't know about the two of you, but the things that I've seen here, the work we're doing is more important than I think I thought, and I think I knew. It seems that we have a long job ahead of us, and I will steel myself for what is to come, but if we are the protection between townsfolk and horrors like this, we best be prepared for what nightmares we might yet uncover.
And that's the thing about a nightmare, isn't it? You can wake up from the nightmare, but who's to say what the next night is going to bring? And that's where we're on for the night.
Nice. Nice. Oh man, we did it.
Assuming at some point we get a long rest after this.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Well, despite the psychic interruptions and the digital ones, we did get there.
Jeez.
Wow. What a show. Oh man. I got scared. I thought my brain was gonna be eaten. Oh man, this close. This close.
I love it when I can tackle people and save
Oh,
them.
thank you.
I shove.
Yeah, I was nervous. Honestly,
I was starting to stack up the D10s.
and honestly, Wrath, the whole monster, or whole person, actually freed Rudy up to be able to tackle me without interruption. So there was a string of events.
There was
Yeah.
a
We
plan.
did it. We did it.
So good.
Good job, guys.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah,
We did it. We did a plan. Well, there was no plan, but we succeeded.
That's why it worked.
All right.
About it.
Yeah, you got there. So, and so ends our next little chapter of the horrible events that befell the little village of Shaftburg. It is no doubt certain that the folk of Shaftburg will bear the scars of what they saw and did for the rest of their lives. Hopefully, though, those lives are still long ones. A big thank you, as always, to our awesome cast, Jill, Kelly, and Joe.
And a huge thank you to Kyle, who is working behind the scenes. We had Kyle in chat today.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
I love that.
keeping things on track, even when we had our little bit of internet outage.
We don't get the thumbs up anymore, but thank you, Kyle, for being here and keeping things on track. And also a huge thank you to our Dungeon Master, Monty Martin, for another excellent narrative. This one was creepy. I was creepy. Your descriptions, man, they were good. They were good descriptions. So thank
My
you, Monty.
watch constantly tells me, it goes, you have to breathe, because my heart rate gets so high. It's like, calm down, you have to breathe. And I'll get 2 or 3 notifications per break.
I know. Mine goes and Davey gets real excited and starts kicking me, and I'm like, I know, don't worry. Very excited.
And I also want to give a big shout out to everyone that provided the talented artists who provided the incredible assets for our show. They have graciously given us the permission to use these assets on our stream games, but you can use them at your table too. So we encourage you to check out and support these amazing creators. We have Roll20 using our virtual tabletop. It looks amazing. It's really fluid. Battle maps by Alex Vendara, of Neutral Party, and Ross McConnell, a 2-minute tabletop. We have custom maps created using Dungeon Fog and Wonder Draft. Player character artwork by Jeremy Cole. NPC token artwork by Matthias Bourbon. Monster token artwork from D&D 5e Monster Manual and other source books. We have spell effects tokens by Gabriel Picard and music by Tabletop Audio. So check them out. They're amazing. We use them. You should use them too.
Of course, don't forget to look at the links below for our Teespring store, where you can find all of your favorite Shadows of Drakenheim t-shirts, like Way Bigger Than Ducks and Dusk Wardens. Of course, some classic favorites like Troll Killer and Yes, Yes, Yes. Check them out at bit.ly/DungeonDudesMerch.
The videos and live streams that we create on our Dungeon Dudes channel are made possible thanks to the incredible generosity supporters. Thank you, all of you watching out there on Patreon. We appreciate your support. If you enjoy our work, please consider becoming a Patreon of our show. You can check it out by following the links in the descriptions below or patreon.com/dungeon_tunes.
Well, I have
Also,
arrived,
keep in
so
mind that
I'm
we
gonna
have a
stop the
phenomenal
stream.
Discord